That's why, like, Mad Maggie's Wasteland Gang is actually somewhat effective, because, like, even though most of it's just a bunch of madcaps, so, like, a bunch of madcaps, you know, swarming somebody and all just bringing the stomp down at the same time can actually take care of a lot of problems.
Oh, even ants are dangerous in numbers.
Especially if they were just all clinging to the side of one of these big fucking roving vehicles and they all just hop off on someone else and just...
They'll never see it coming.
Gives them the boot. Alright, so, I guess welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Reed and Hartmann Go to Hell.
Yep.
Let's get some session-wide initiative here going on.
Alright. I got 1.
Wow.
2. Hey.
We're so screwed.
Plus 3, right? To the initiative. It's dexterity.
No, you don't get
Any pluses to initiative.
I unless it specifically says 2 initiative.
It's just plus 3 initiative on my sheet.
And where'd you get that from?
I have no idea. Was
Good
it you?
times.
I don't know. I told you to transfer everything over, and there wasn't anything there. That's obviously your handwriting.
What?
Yeah, it's your 3.
Initiative.
Same
I
as
got
that.
7 initiative originally.
Well,
Oh, that's just for whatever that particular day's roll was.
Oh, fuck. I'm
Okay.
stupid.
So anyway, yeah. Erase shit like that.
Okay, I
That's
got
why
1.
they should use a combination of ink and pencil. Ink for the permanent shit and pencil for the shit that's going to change. So anyway,
Well, don't
so
change
Reed
it,
got a
so.
2. Alright. So you're in the middle of the compound. You've gotten your little bag of 5 gold coins from Chukka to give to the ferryman for his little mission to go to this wrecked flying fortress he gave you directions to in order to retrieve a power core for his Hellfire engine. It's that you can then, as exchange, so he'll give you a vehicle. So you won't have to walk around everywhere, which unfortunately means you'll have to do a lot of walking around. You also learned from the succubuses working at the little gun girl's gun stand that there's a town nearby called Berksburg that has a gate to a place called Ribcage. So, anything else you want to do here at Fort Knucklebone?
I think we're set.
I don't think so.
No?
No. Let me open my handy dandy book.
And do you want to do the mission or do you want to do Berksburg? Because we could supply up with that filter of love at Berksburg and then just head off.
True.
You can check Berksburg out and always continue on with the mission to the wrecked flying fortress, because it's not that much out of the way. It will throw off your directions a little bit.
And it's convenient that we're both separated, because then we can do separate things in town.
True. Except I'm so clanky around the chain, but...
Yeah. You just gotta wrap it around you like a
Yeah, I was
fashion.
about to say, first things first, I kind of get the chain, and I just kind of wrap it around my waist and make a weird little belt out of it.
So, can we
Okay.
relock the...
That's the question. If you want to, if you close the shackle, it will reseal and won't be able to be opened, which might be a safe thing because you don't want someone to accidentally chain you to something by grabbing your chain and then. And also, I'd be careful about
How?
using it to latch the belt function.
Well, if it just well, I just want to say I latch it closed by itself, and then I go around and kind of just tie in like a janky knot,
Okay.
and
You can wrap it around your body.
yeah, no, I just have it like wrapped up the leg, and then just quick thing around the waist. That's just knotted in
I
a
was
bundle.
thinking you could.
It'll jink around a lot.
I don't want to get swung around by my wrist.
Yeah.
Not to mention make it try to be like clink.
Let's say it effectively slows your character speed down by 5. So instead of having a speed of 30, you have an effective speed of 25 because it is a little
We're both pretty slow.
restrictive on your leg movements, and it's heavy, and also it's going to destroy your ability to do stealth because of its jinking and clanking and all that kind of shit.
That Mr. Icky came in handy, bro.
Oh yeah. I feel like there's still someone we can talk to.
There's the green skull that's floating over the top of the giant vehicle that's blocking, that's basically being used as the doorway to the gate to the fort. He's like hovering over the control center.
Alright, well. Why don't we
And
go
Chuck and
tuck,
Clonk are still there and all that other stuff.
let's go tuck to the skull.
Let's do it.
I clink up to him.
Okay. What do you say?
By the power of Green Skull. What's up?
Okay.
Let's see here. I had stuff written down for this.
So it's like this huge gate, right?
Oh no, it's a vehicle that's parked in front of it, acting like a gate that can be moved back and forth.
You remember you've seen the second Mad Max movie, The Road Warrior? In front of the fort, they had like this armored bus they're using as a gate that they can roll back and forth to open and close the gate. Same principle here. Well, the Green Skull is named Barnabas.
Barnabas.
He's got like a little kind of quaint knight's helmet on. Otherwise, he's just a floating skull with flaming eyes and covered in like this aura of green fire. Let's see.
We'd like access through, if you do not mind.
Yeah. Does he doesn't seem like a monster, he seems very sentient, right?
Oh, like they're all monsters, but they're all sentient monsters in hell in their home, so they're not on attack mode, and you're petitioners. And
Can we just walk through?
no, okay. He'll float down to you after you come up to greet him with your green skull line, and he introduces himself as like, I am Barnabas.
Oh.
Hello, Barnabas. I am Reed, and this is Hartmann. We'd like access to get through.
Yes.
Oh, sure. If you want to leave this place, that's fine with me.
Do you know anything of interest around here?
I know quite a bit of some, I guess you'd call minor chant about this place and what's going on. A little annoyed at the were-ravens over there for having done this to you anyway. You're not supposed to be down here, and this really shouldn't be interfering with these sorts of things, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. I'm just here to serve Mad Maggie.
Well, you said you know a little bit. By any chance, do you know of a power source capable of, you know, moving all this herd that's a little bit closer than the fortress that's all the way down there?
That's what Chukka wants you to do. He wants you to go down to Rick Flying Fortress. Oh, that asshole.
So you know him.
Yeah, we're all part of the same gang. There's lots of things throughout this level and other levels of Bator that could potentially be used as a power source. If he knows of something specifically at the Rectifying Fortress, and I guess at least that's a known location. I couldn't say anything particular. Any sort of like powerful magic items or
Well, I do have one
like
magic.
other military vehicles. You could take the power course from there. I guess that's why he suggested the Rectifying Fortress. So.
Do you know of any other wreckages close by of potential size?
What?
Rex? Not specifically. Most of the towers near us are Devil Watchtowers. They keep an eye out for further demon invasions. There is the ruined city of Vorukoth. That's not too far. I don't know if they have anything like that in there, though. That place has been pretty much beaten and battered by the last invasion from Baphomet's forces. Princeps Kovic would probably have something up there at his fortress, but accessing a full Devil Legion command center is not necessarily the easiest of tasks, especially if you're going up there as a couple of petitioners to a non-localized god. It's really like improper what those two did to bring you down there, so to bring you down here. I personally would make complaints to Hartmann, but I'm kind of mystically bound to serve Maggie, and I know she wouldn't like it if I did that, so I guess I'm going to keep my mouth shut, but you know, this isn't a plane of lawful evil for nothing, let's say.
Well, what if we just walk out and go back to our plane?
That's possible. There's lots of ways out of here.
What's the easiest, the most expedient to our situation?
Probably Berksburg, but that'll just take you to Ribcage, and then you still have to figure out your way through the Outlands. I don't know exactly, like, you guys are dead, unfortunately. Right. I don't know what's up with that, and I'm sorry about that. But you're certainly not supposed to be here. If your intention is to just find your proper resting place, you need to figure out, you know, your appropriate level that you're supposed to go to so that you can find your eternal rest.
Huh.
If you want to regain your life, now that's on y'all. You could probably potentially try to seek out one of the powers.
Powers?
It's what we call gods up here on the Outer Planes. There's a lot of powerful beings, and so it's hard to think of them as all-encompassing creators of the universe when they're not quite that scale out here. But they're still the most powerful shit to run into, so we call them the powers. And there are a few powers that dwell here in Avernus. One of them is actually at Berksburg.
Oh, what power is that?
Hecate. She has a bath. Now, the powers will never reveal themselves to mortals. If I tried to go there, the fact that people say she's there is kind of a wishy-washy, she's there in spirit kind of thing. But as petitioners, the petitioners are here for the gods, and so you might have better luck, I don't know.
And I just want to take a step back real quick. You mentioned that Chuck and Clonk were were-ravens.
Yeah, they used to run with Ragadraga's gang over there at that shattered tower right next to us. He points to the closest tower to the hill you're at.
Oh, yeah?
They're a gang of were creatures that come out of the gallows wood that are all tied to another one of the powers, Bargriviet, which is a goblin god of barguests and were creatures. I'd stay away from the gallows wood. It's a pretty horrible place. Like all the trees have like basically a bunch of goblinoid petitioners that come here that serve Bargriviet. They find themselves spending their eternities being impaled on the branches of the trees or being hung from the trees and stuff. And you're a furbolg, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they take quite an interest in getting their hands on one of you there. So because you're fae folk too. So if I were you, I would stay away.
Would they have a
There's other ways out. There's lots of ways to get out of this place, though. He floats around and kind of like
nudges in different directions.
You know, the great river of Styx, from that end up there, that'll take you down to the level of Dis. I guess your point is you want to get out of Bator, not to go deeper in, though. So the other way will take you to Gehenna. Getting the ferryman to let you out, though, is going to be a problem. I guess you could sail it yourself if you can get a hold of a boat. That's going to be a lot harder. It's a lot safer if you have a ferryman, but they typically won't allow petitioners to pass. But you're not supposed to be here, so I'm not entirely sure if that's going to work the same with y'all.
How much gold would you say it would take to get up to Gehenna?
You'd need a soul coin if you're going to want to try to cross to another plane. Otherwise, they just take whatever kind of coin you give them to travel within a plane on the river. But, like I said, they might not take you because you're a petitioner. There is, like I said, there's the gate to Ribcage and Burke's Gate. There's the two great road. There's a great road that links all the outer planes. It takes multiple lifetimes to walk the whole thing. But from in here, there is a land gate to Archeron, and there's a land gate to Gehenna, too. That's not too far from here. There's a door to Sigil in the Wandering Emporium, if you can find it, but you'd have to get Mahadi to agree to allow you to have access to the door, but that would take you directly to Sigil if you had the proper key. And in terms of just walking straight out, if you go that way, if you can find the right mountain paths up through those mountains, you can walk straight up into the Outlands. And if you go the other way, down on this end, and find the right mountain paths, you can walk straight into the negative energy plane, and from that on into the Shadowfell.
I say we go through the mountain pass.
Also, I know of it because it's how I got here in the first place, but there is a mystic conduit through the astral plane that leads to my world of Mystara. Are y'all from Mystara?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I don't know if that's going to help you or not. But it's the prime material plane, at least. But like I said, you're going to want to get your lives back if you have any intention of going back to your homes. Personally, I guess for y'all, you're kind of probably stuck as petitioners. You're going to need to like just get back to whatever plane you need to be on so you can just have your afterlives.
Wasn't there a crack in Neverwinter that opened up to the Shadowfell that demons came out of? That was closed by Neverember.
Oh, no, that was to here.
That was here?
Yeah, see those two severed chains way the fuck up there by that lake?
Actually, no. Oh, yes, these.
Yeah, they were attempting to bring the whole city down, but yeah, some fucking giant red dragon flew down and severed the chains and stopped the city from being pulled into hell. Vorukoth, that's originally happened with Vorukoth. The previous lord of this level of hell, Bel, had tried to recreate the Vorukoth spells to drag the city down. He was going to drag down Neverwinter, but then was defeated. And that's why Zariel is now in charge, in large part, because Bel failed so spectacularly.
So
I remember that, though. I don't know who Neverember was, though.
Man, I once knew.
Where's the chain?
But is there a way we can access that to get back through to Neverwinter?
No idea.
Hey, Zach, where's the chain?
I would imagine not.
Right here.
I mean, since the chains were severed, that kind of cuts the mystical connection that would have bound Neverwinter to this level of Bator. So
But if we went to the Shadowfell, it's a mirror image, possibly be able to get back.
Shadowfell's a big place. The closer it touches a lot of different worlds.
Yeah, so it could be challenging.
But both the Shadowfell and the Feywild kind of you find odd places where you can lead into them. There's probably trods to the Feywild in the Gallows Wood, but like I say, you really want to stay the fuck away from there, probably.
Yeah. How would you say the fastest route to Berksburg would be?
There's a little hillock just south of us. If you cut down there and then straight across towards the Gate Hill, you can probably shave a few miles off your travel time if you go that way, instead of just trying to go straight across the open plain. The landscape warps here oddly, and it's really hard to judge distances. Things sometimes look further away and are actually closer than things that look closer.
But are further away.
Well, thank you so much.
I will also say, just to stick it to those assholes, be careful while you're here of making deals with devils. I mean, look at me now. You don't want to turn out like me. There's a reason why I'm a floating skull in hell when I used to be quite a powerful and influential wizard back on my homeworld. But Chukka and Clonk are not devils, so...
How long are you bound to your services?
Eternity, until I'm destroyed or Mad Maggie's destroyed.
Huh.
So, I don't know what would happen if she went away. I guess I'd be a free agent again. I was actually sold to her from the devil that I originally had made my bargain with, so...
And what devil?
Oh, he's gone. He was wiped out in the last wars with Baphomet.
Well, you want to stay here for a night, quickly get, or quote-unquote night, quickly get a rest and then leave so I don't have the exhaustion and I get my full hit points back?
Sounds good.
Alright. Well, we'll come back to you in a minute. Thank you, Barnabas.
Barnabas. Let's hit it.
Alright.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, guys. Just, good luck out there.
Same to you, dude.
You really shouldn't have been brought here.
Yeah.
This really goes against the rules. And like I said, I have half a mind to call Harriman in on this, but
What if you do?
I'm obligated not to.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Mad Maggie went to a lot of trouble to get Chukka and Clonk over from Ragged Dragon's gang. Because they're really good mechanics. They're keeping all of our stuff up and running. And she would be very pissed if
They got in trouble.
the full fist of the law suddenly came down in here and screwed up her operations and took her to engineering guys right before we're trying to move the fort. So.
That would be a damn shame.
But if you ever want Hartmann, all you got to do is just yell to the sky, Hartmann, hear me, and with some quick little thing about like why you think you need the assistance of the law, and
You don't say.
and he might come
Might.
if he deems it worthy. Keep it short and simple and to the point.
Instantly scream out, Hartmann, hear me! We do not belong here!
Wait, what?
You seriously do that?
Don't
All
fucking
right.
don't.
Yes.
Oh, okay, fuck it. God damn it.
All right. You hear like some thunder in the distance and a neighing of a horse. Somewhere
We
off
probably
in the
just
wild.
fucked that wizard's day.
No, like he's a skull being trapped there by, like, he was upset about it too.
But he just told us.
He said
so he might get in trouble.
No, he can't do it for Maggie, because
But
Maggie...
he told us that Maggie's gonna fuck him up, bro.
Unless he was like doing the obvious hint of like, hey, I can't do this myself, but here's the number for the guy, but don't do it.
Oh no, don't do it, don't do it.
Do it, do it.
Do I just use a Narzu gun for the guy?
Fuck, dude.
Hang on.
Getting more shit. Could've just gone to Berksburg after arrest.
I mean, hey, this way we might not have to go to Berksburg. We might get, struck down by a bolt of lightning, but might not have to go to Berksburg.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen now.
Okay. Here's a picture of Hartmann.
Whoa.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So that dude comes riding down from the sky on a nightmare horse.
Nice.
Let me get a card. One of these dudes. Flaming hooves, flaming mane, he's just riding down out of the sky, whinnying. A bolt of thunder
Is he wearing
Crashing.
Nikes?
as he emerges. Like
Or
the
just
madcaps all like, you notice like they all scurry and hide. The petitioners all kind of stop what they're doing with the stone blocks and kind of pull back. Barnabas zips back away and just puts himself back up in the little socket at the top of the vehicle where the pilot's supposed to be. As Harmann's horse comes to a landing right near y'all, and there's this big, tall, demonic knight on a flaming horse. You have called Hartmann. Petitioners, what are you doing here?
We have been unjustly moved from our true destination to be brought here by Chaka and Clonk, these were-ravens that believe they have the power to control the soul in the afterlife. We wish to be brought to either our just resting place or to either be brought to the central plane.
I mean,
Just get us...
I might want to stay because this place is badass.
Oh, we wish to simply have y'all deal with this obstruction of the law.
He dismounts his horse and goes over and calls for Chuck and Clonk to come forth. You notice a bunch of winged shapes of spine devils start to come down from the sky too and start landing on the walls of the fortress on various little outcrops, things, spikes of junk, metal and shit that stick out. Hartmann and Chukka and Clonk have a heated discussion in a language y'all don't understand because neither of you speak Infernal. But a couple of the spine devils come down and they put Chukka and Clonk in handcuffs.
Oh, fuck.
And Hartmann comes back up to you. Okay. He seems to have broken the laws of the upper planes, not just our own law here, but I mean the actual laws of that govern how petitioners
You just
are
narked
supposed
out them. You just narked them out, bro.
The laws that govern how petitioners are directed to their proper planes. I myself have not the ability nor authority to send you anywhere, but we're gonna, I guess, need to have you come along as witnesses. We're gonna take these two guys to Zariel's fortress.
Can I ask them to break the chain that is still binding me? Because if not, I'd still be brought back to this destination that they have so graciously.
He like draws this massive Final Fantasy VII looking fucking magical sword and smashes it to your ankle, and your shackle comes.
Does that mean that my bond is released?
The shackles are now detached. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. What do we do now?
Well, now I guess we need to follow him
What's
as
gonna happen?
witnesses.
You can come with him to Zariel's fortress. And to be witnesses of the trial, and maybe Zariel will do something for you to get you out of here. Otherwise, I guess you can like choose not to be witnesses and just stay behind and still find your own way out. You do know you can go through Berksburg.
Yeah, can we choose not to be witnesses?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You are not supposed to be here. You're not necessarily bound. In fact, you're not even supposed to be in the planes of law at all, from what I can tell.
Yeah, what are you, chaotic neutral?
Yep.
Chaotic
so-
good.
Chaotic
Yeah, yeah.
Just do whatever I want.
You're supposed to be in Yizgard or Borea.
Nice. Ysgard or Aboria. All right.
So,
Down.
yeah, we'd rather stay and
If you choose, well, you can't stay. I'll give
well,
you
choose
the
to
mark
do
of 72 hours to get out of this dimension.
72 hours.
Yeah, 72 hours. Otherwise, you'll be in violation because petitioners of your alignments, you do not follow any of the gods of this plane. You have no right to be here.
What
Can
is
you
the
give us-
fastest way out?
Can you give us a ride?
If you want to come along and be witnesses to Zariel, Mistress Zariel might,
Yeah. Fuck this. Let's
might,
go.
I stress, might be able to send you on your way.
What I'm
But-
what I'm thinking is, Chuck and Clonk are already gone. Who's going to stop us from taking one of the rovers?
Well, all the other madcaps and shit, they're not just gonna up and let you take their vehicles and
Yes,
stuff.
Right after we just brought
I
down
got
the
a
hand
pistol. I
god
can
on
shoot him in
them.
the face.
Yeah, especially after you brought the hand of God on. They're not gonna be favorably disposed to you. You just got their mechanics arrested.
I never said nicely.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, fighting a bunch of madcaps is not going to go well for you.
Yeah, true. All right, well,
Harriman says that there's 3 places that are within roughly the same distance that can get you out. There's a trod in the Gallows Wood, there's a trod to the Feydark in the caves under the Apocalypse Mountains, and there's also the gate at Berksburg.
I say Berksburg.
yeah, let's just go to Berksburg.
Let's hit it.
All right.
All right.
We'll just jack one of the cars and then get
Thank
there
you,
Grand Theft
Hartmann.
Auto style.
All right, so a couple spine devils like grab Chuck and Clonk and they all fly off into the sky. Spine devils, they look like these guys.
So you get your bird bastards.
All right. We
These
just
cats.
can't even die nice these
Yep.
days.
A whole bunch of these dudes
Oh,
flew
God.
down and they're carrying Chuck and Clonka off.
That's rad.
That's horrifying.
Yep.
That's what they get.
These like, cloaked figures.
As they're flying away, we're just...
Yeah.
All right, so...
Alright, so they all fly off. Harriman gets back up on his horse and this great, terrible, demonic neigh, it rears up and then flies off on hooven footprints. And you're left back alone. Barnabas flies back down. And, I mean, he's just a skull, but he seems to have like a little bit of a smirk somehow. He's like, okay, well, Mad Maggie's not going to be happy, so you're probably not going to want to be around when she gets back, but,
Where are the keys to the hot rod?
probably on them.
Oh.
All right. So... Yeah.
Let's drop hop in.
Any chance you can move that bus for us real quick?
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you, Barnabas.
What a cool guy. He's just a wizard.
I would like to give him something, but I can't.
Yeah, can we give him anything? The gold coins?
By the power of the owl bear, I wish you good fortune, Barnabas.
And just throw him like the gold coins?
No, we need those.
Okay.
We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Not to mention now we probably have Mad Maggie on our tail.
Yeah, we're gonna need some money to get out of here. Or at least to get across the river.
Alright, so yeah. We
Damn, we just screwed those Ravens days.
We just screwed the entire Maggie's crew, although that's what happens when they put us in hell.
Yep.
Alright, we grab the Land Rover type vehicle.
Yep.
Small, but big enough for, like, cab.
Check the fuel.
I mean, magic powered.
Madcaps start coming over as you start fiddling around with one of the vehicles. Hey, get away from that! You rat bastards!
And I hold up the pistol and it's like, back off.
They hold up all their boots.
It's like, dude, just start the car. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Alright, do I gotta roll for
Yeah,
land vehicle?
Let's see. I need to look at the stats of what exactly it is that you've grabbed here.
Get it started before these guys get there.
Yep. Dude, don't fudge that fucking roll.
I'm so scared.
Are you intelligent? Yeah, you're more intelligent than me.
Yeah, more intelligent. I have nature and survival skills, animal handling, arcana ability.
You should be able to figure out how to start the car. I'll hold them off with my pistol.
And proficiency, or land vehicle proficiency. This turned out a lot different than I expected.
Okay. So are you taking one of the motorcycles or you're going to grab one of the bigger ones?
Bigger one.
Okay, the one that is the easiest to get to, that will give you the most time to get started and gone before the madcaps get to you from the junk pile, would be something called a scavenger, which looks like that.
Fuck yeah.
This guy has got a little like claw thing on the back.
Let's do this.
Alright,
Let's
you work
see,
the claw I
there's-
drive.
Huh?
You work the claw I drive.
Sounds good.
Station. It handles like a small bus and is used to sift through battlefield detritus for scrap metal and other materials where salvaging. Attached to the back of the vehicle is a swinging crane with an iron grappling claw fastened to the end of a winch and a 50-foot long chain. It can carry up to 8 medium creatures, carries 2 tons, has an armor class of 20, 19 while motionless, 150 hit points, and a speed of 100.
Perfect.
Crushing wheels. Its weapon attacks are considered magical. It has action stations. Okay, you're going to be at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
And it also gives your character 3/4 cover. And all you can do is drive and steer. You can also, are you going to operate the grappling claw, or do you want to operate one of the 2 harpoon flingers?
Harpoon flingers.
Okay. Each station requires 1 crew and gives you half cover. Alright. Make a basic roll to start it up here. DC of 10, you get to add your proficiency bonus since you have skill in land vehicles.
Guess that's nature.
No. You just be a roll of 10, but you get to add your proficiency bonus because you have land skill,
Yeah, plus 2.
land vehicles.
All right.
This is just to start it up. Madcaps are closer.
Ah,
You
jeez.
get one more chance.
Can I take a shot at them with the harpoon?
If you wish, you're just going to be shooting at a random madcap. There's like, say,
Yeah, wait until one's on the hull.
you got 9 coming up on you.
Ah, jeez. Are they closing in pretty, like...
They'll be able to attack in the next rounds if you don't get it
Alright.
started again.
Come on.
Alright. Come on, baby. 1.
God damn it.
Why?
Alright. The engine blows out.
Okay. That's cool.
There's like smoke and shit. So you can flee on foot.
I take a shot before I fucking... Would that compromise my ability to flee?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can either use you're gonna fudge this a little bit. Like you're gonna, if you can either stand your ground and try to fight the madcaps off, and
Nope.
try again, or you can just ditch and run.
Let's
Right,
ditch.
so yeah, we're running away.
Okay.
Can I run and shoot?
My speed's back to 30 because I don't have the chain right.
Exactly. Yeah. They're not gonna pursue you past the vehicle. They're just trying to get you off the vehicle.
Oh. Well, we fucked their vehicles, so...
Yeah, I mean, we did kind
You
of...
blew out the engine.
And Chuck and Clonk aren't here, so they can't fix it.
Damn it, now we gotta walk.
But hey, that's good. Now they have one less vehicle to get us with whenever they decide to go after us
They
if
will.
Maggie gets back.
Probably. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, so start running down towards that hill.
Okay. Well, as you get up to the gate, Barnabas backs the vehicle up so you get through, and he closes it before any other madcaps that are, you know, like, fuck those guys, they ruined this vehicle, you know, coming after you. He stops them, and he hears like, good luck, guys, I'll hold him off.
Hey.
Thanks, man.
I'll try to tell Maggie to be cool, but no guarantees. You should probably follow Harriman's advice and get the fuck out of here in 72 hours.
Let's work it out.
So, you get out of the fortress.
Start heading.
Let's say an hour has passed, so let's get some of them Constitution rolls. Constitution saves.
16!
20.
Alright, neither of you gain more exhaustion for this first hour.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so your destination is going to be the Berksburg, correct?
Yep.
Alright.
But first you're going down towards the hill.
And yeah, you've got the proper direction. So it's going to take 20 miles. So in an 8-hour shift of walking, you can get there with one 8-hour day of walking. But unfortunately, you gotta have to roll exhaustion every one of those 8 hours.
That car would have been nice.
And let's see, you can choose to go. That's it, and that's if you go full speed. The speed that you want to travel will determine how long of a gap there are between random encounters. So if you go a little bit like medium speed at only 15 miles an hour, or only at 15 miles in an 8-hour shift of travel, you'll have a little bit less random encounters. And if you decide to sneak your ass across the wasteland at only 10 miles, you have even less encounters. So, like, how many encounters do you want to have to potentially have?
Let's go like mid.
You want to keep it low? Because we don't know what the fuck's out.
Not too slow because we want to get there in time.
Let's say you get, instead of taking 8 hours, let's say it'll take you 10 hours to get there at medium.
Alright.
10 hours.
If you go slow, it'll probably take more like 12.
Alright. So yeah, I'd say I would take the medium way. Go kind of fast so at least we get traction.
Sounds good.
Alright.
And hopefully get there and have enough time to get through the city and stuff. Make sure we're all good. I get the gold and I stash it like inside my clothes. Keep the pouch out.
Alright. Alright. So, you're just making this long, grueling march through this open wasteland. The ground is all mulched together. It's like ground up bone that has turned into soil. Itself is so old, but also all the soil in the ground has this weird chalky white look to it. There are little bits of poorly colored yellow grasses and tufts sticking out here. It's not entirely devoid of life, but it's very barren. Like the worst desert environment. Also just mixed in with this macabre nastiness, and here and there you might see like ruined bits of war material or bodies, skulls, partially sticking up out of the ground, all that kind of shit. It's hellish. So an hour goes by. Make another Constitution save. You
6.
13.
13. All right. And that was to a DC of 11. So both of you are still at your exhaustion level. So you have 1 and you have 0.
Nice.
Hour 2. It's now DC 12.
13.
3.
Okay, so you're now exhaustion level 2. Your speed is now cut in half. So
Speed's down to 15.
So you're now going at your full speed at medium speed.
Feeling alright for a bolt?
Water.
Yeah.
Nature.
We'll get there.
Hour 3 will be a DC of 13.
Nat 20.
Should I? Does it count?
Yeah, it counts.
I got
that
a 5.
20.
Okay.
5.
5.
Alright, so gotta have to rest.
You're down to, exhaustion level 3. You're not going to have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving rolls.
Need me to carry you?
No, I'd say we just take a quick break.
Short rest will only reduce you by 1 level of exhaustion. If you take a long rest, it'll clear all your levels.
Is there any
Long
cover?
rest.
There's no fog, right? There's no.
I
Like,
say we
dust.
try to just like find a little rock that's close by that we can kind of take shade under.
Yeah, you're able to find like some dip in the land or a gully or something that gives you a little bit of cover, and you'll be able to sleep unmolested.
I can stay awake. I'll make sure nobody's. I'll guard us.
You already have an exhaustion.
All right. So you stop, curl up like a couple of hobbits in Mordor, and take a little sleepy sleep. Yeah, I guess you should both rest, because otherwise you're still going to have to make exhaustion checks the entire time he's sleeping, so you might as well both
Sleep.
Yeah.
You don't want to be dead when I wake up.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay, so Reed, you have the better initiative. Roll a dice 6.
3.
You have a dream of a forest that all the trees are all these twisted. Instead of wood, they're made out of bone and have these weeping, bloody red leaves. And in the center of the forest, there's this old woman in a cabin, and she's calling for you to come and share some tea with her. She's inviting you to tea, and right as you get up to the door, you wake up.
Mike, you gotta do anything? No.
Hang on, one thing at a time.
Well, I mean, not Micah. Who the fuck's Micah? I don't know what Micah is.
Hang on. Cut this deck.
Ooh.
You rolled a 3, so you're going to take the third card down.
Do you want me to roll?
Now it's your turn, Hartman. What kind of dream sequence did you have?
4.
You rolled a dice 6, right?
Yeah.
You have a dream where you're a kid again, and you hear some men arguing with your father about taking your sister away
Oh shit.
in the house. And then you wake up. You rolled a 4, cut the deck. So you take the 4th card down. You can come up with a creative use for those.
Thief?
Paladin.
Just see what you do with them. At some point, if you can think of some way, he's like, I want to trade this card in and see if I can do something.
Huh.
What did you get?
I got a paladin.
Okay, let's hold on to that. Keep your cards. Every time
That's
you
cool.
have a dream in hell, you're going to get a card.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so you wake up. You're refreshed. You had your weird dreams. You can find like some creative situation where like you're dealing with a thief, or you need a thief, or you need a paladin, or you're dealing with a paladin, or you need the abilities of the thief, or you need the abilities of the paladin. It's like I said, it's
like
entirely a creative exercise on what y'all can think of to do with those cards.
Hartman, I had this weird dream. I was going up to a cabin in this bone bleeding tree woods.
That's funny.
So as you wake up and you look around, like your eyes immediately focus on the forest all the way on the other side. Yeah, that one.
This guy.
The bone brambles.
I had a strange one about my family again. It was of my dad and my sister.
That's weird.
I get them sometimes.
Let's guess let's keep marching on.
Yep.
Alright. So that's 9 hours, and you've had 3 hours of travel, and then you're probably at the thing for 6 hours. 9, 18. You're still not quite a full 24 hours in hell yet. But we should keep track. It's now been 12 hours since you got your 72 hour, so you have 60 hours left.
Alright.
Before you're in violation
Of
of Hartmann, and you don't necessarily want him coming after you.
Could have just
Yeah.
gotten out of here instead of having to make our merry way.
Well, I don't trust this layer of hell.
Barnabas said, be careful about making deals with devils, and he was about to go drag you to be a witness in front of the fucking mistress of this entire level of hell.
Fuck it.
No, that's a deal. It's not a deal I want. Alright, and
And 4 maybe at that. Okay, so another hour of travel.
Another hour of exhaustion.
So DC 10.
20.
Oh fuck, I got 5. Or
All
3.
right, so you got 1 level of exhaustion, so you'll have disadvantage on ability checks. All right, another hour of travel. DC 11.
18.
6.
Now Hartmann's getting exhausted.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So now you're down to level 2. Your speed's half, so now you're traveling at only 10 miles an hour.
Alright. If I pick him up, can I keep walking?
No.
Alright.
That'll make it so that you still both have exhaustion checks, and you're going to have disadvantage on your exhaustion checks because you're carrying somebody.
Alright. Well, I'm thinking do one more.
Oh, yeah, I can do
You
one.
can take a short rest and take off that at least 1 level of his exhaustion.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't mind.
Okay,
Short
so you pause for an hour. So you're down to just 1 level of exhaustion.
Nice.
Alright. So once again, DC 10. Constitution save.
17.
I don't know. That's kind of a split deal.
Try
that's an
re-rolling it
It's
then.
an 8.
Just go. 10.
Okay. For a DC 10, you just barely scoot by. Alright. Hour 7, roll your, for a DC 11 Constitution save.
6.
18.
Okay.
So you're back down to 2.
You're back down to 2.
Oh.
Alright, who's taking the lead? You got the higher initiative. Roll percentage dice. Declare what die is the higher number first. If you're using the demon dice, then the red will be high, black low,
Red high?
or white low.
Not sure.
Yeah, red high.
Yeah, these red ones. Red high? 75.
Okay, as you're walking through the desert, you come across a stone pedestal just sticking up out of the ground, and on top of it's a lever.
A lever?
Yeah.
Hey, Hartman. Go pull that lever.
Alright, let's do this.
You go over and pull the lever.
Yep.
Somewhere in the distance you hear a scream.
Alright, let's keep going.
That was it.
Hartman, pull it again.
Okay.
It won't do anything.
No? Alright. Shit.
What direction was the scream?
It's hard to tell. It's just somewhere off in the distance you hear it.
Ah, jeez.
At least I didn't do it.
Somewhere deeper in hell, not in the direction you're going. at
Okay,
least.
okay.
Maybe that lever was just like attached to someone and like there were like ropes and it just ripped them in half.
I was feeling it's probably just a string you just pulled.
Yep, then it like
Okay.
slices someone.
Okay, so hang on.
It's a lever.
If you see a lever in hell, you pull it.
Exactly.
Why do we pull the lever?
I don't know. Because you told me.
Alright. You'll be able to make it all the way to Berksburg without having another encounter. That was your only encounter you had on the way to Berksburg.
Awesome sauce.
Because of the speed you chose to travel. Alright, so another exhaustion roll for hour 8.
19.
14.
Alright. Exhaustion roll for hour 9, DC 12.
8.
15.
Okay, let's you're down to what? You're at 2 again?
2 again, yeah.
Alright.
You want to take a rest?
Let's take a rest.
Alright, another short rest.
Yep.
Alright. You got like 52 hours left now.
Walk into.
You got one last exhaustion roll before you finally reach the edge of this fucking town.
Holy shit. 20.
9.
Do you don't have a constitution save bonus?
No.
You don't
My constitution's 11.
Okay, so yeah. Alright, so you get 1 level of exhaustion then.
Alright.
So you're both at level 1 exhaustion.
Okay. When do I level up again? I'm level 4.
Yeah, when you get to more experience.
Okay. Yep.
What time is it?
105.
That's one.
I should have done a better map, but that's the one I got.
That's cool.
That's Berksburg.
Next,
You got the gate up on the hill at the base of it. You're coming up. There's a trail starts to appear as you walk up. There's a big stable house with a bunch of camels and stuff, and a bunch of other buildings.
Can we take a small break? I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's fine. I was gonna say, give me a second to re-prepare.
Yeah.
So,
We'll be right back after the short break.
Oh. Alright, so back from bathroom break. So you've reached the edge of the town of Berksburg. Right as you come in through the little trail, immediately to your right, there's a big stable yard that's got a bunch of camels in it. And the first big building you can see that's got a sign on is this large L-shaped building that's got a big sign that says the Gehenna Company Brothel. And there's a mixture of people. You see people who look like regular petitioners with their drab, dour, gray, dirty clothing that used to be white, but the longer they're in hell, the darker and darker their clothes get. Your clothes are also a little stained by the time you've gotten across just that little bit of journey you just did. But not nearly as like charred looking as some of the people you see. There's a lot of people who look like mortals of a broad variety of races. There's also a lot of devils and some demons, specifically gnolls and gnoll-affiliated demonic beings. You see these little robot creatures called modrons wandering around here and there occasionally. It's a totally an interplanar type of town here, with things from all over. So, how would you like to proceed?
Reed grabs his satchel and grips it in his chest, holding it tight because he does not trust any town. And
Yeah. Want to make an insight check?
Insight check. Make sure
Alright.
it's a good spot to go.
Yep. 13.
19. It's a town.
It's a town on a lawful plane, so you might have to be less paranoid, maybe, about worrying about being thieved, because whereas there is still crime, the punishments for breaking the law in hell, as Chuck and Clonk are about to find out, can be pretty shitty.
Oh, fuck.
So,
all right.
you don't have to be any more uptight than you would be like under normal circumstances.
I'd say let's get
Maybe
some new
even a little
clothes.
safer feeling, but for all the wrong ways.
Let's get some new clothes. Let's look for like just a basic shop for clothing and stuff, so we don't look like who we are.
Petitioners?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you have to cross up in the town, but at the base of the hill, there's kind of like a big open, like public square kind of thing that's ringed with shops and other places. There's a couple of temples. You pass by this big, creepy, mausoleum-looking temple that's got some vampires hanging out in front of it. To the other side, there's a church, like a real quaint, like Catholic-looking church that's got you recognize the symbols of it. It's dedicated to Asmodeus, which is worshipped on Faerun. There's also another church slightly to the other side of the Asmodeus church, except like it's only got the outer walls and the framework of the roof, but it's not like fully covered over. And sitting on top of it is a young green dragon that's like wearing like this like large, beautiful, intricate golden veil and like priest vestments on this dragon that's just perched up on top of this open-aired.
Well, first things first, I want to go up to that dragon.
So you're gonna go to the temple of Tiamat.
Never mind. As I step close, I turn back around. Let's just go to the shop.
But anyway, right beyond the temple of Tiamat is a small store that has Gehenna Company store.
Oh.
I would like to look around for any human or just non-demonic people to buy something from.
There's there's only the one shop you can tell. Beyond it, there's also a restaurant called Dee's Diner. Also seems to have a bunch of vampires hanging out around it. There's a large arena that just has a sign over it that says the arena. There's some bungalows back beyond the churches. there looks to be some sort of blacksmithy off on the side of town, but you can't really see it when you're in the central area. There's a large, like ancient, like it's got the pillars and stuff of like ancient Greek style architecture building that's over off on the other kind of side of the hill. Like I said, if you're like right around roughly here in the center, like I said, there's a little store right there. There's an office building. There's the diner with the vampires. There's the arena. There's the Greek building, stables. Like I said, you can kind of see like some sort of smithy over here past these bungalows. The two churches. This is the smaller one's the one that's got the dragon. Then you got the Temple of Asmodeus. You have some sort of vampire temple, brothel. There's a swimming pool.
Let's check out the.
Let's go to the store real quick.
Yeah.
All right, so we just walk into the.
It's a quaint, like it almost looks like a nice shop you'd expect to see in a city back on Faerun. Like all sorts of goods. It even has a section of magic items. And there's a couple people in there shopping. The person running the place is a type of Yugoloth called an Arcanoloth, named Trader Joe.
Hey, what's up, bro? We need some clothes.
Petitioners,
Yeah.
what on earth are y'all doing here?
Wrong place, wrong time, wrong people traded with.
Yep.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Bad deals all around.
what kind of deals can we get you into here today at the Gehenna Trading Company?
Place
We
some
need-
better ones.
We need some clothes.
Okay, what do you have in terms of coin?
What do you have in terms of supply?
Everything on the shelves you can see. I mean, we got at least basic clothes. We also got nice clothes.
What
We
kind
got
of-
a lot of clientele that come here for let's say some elegant, expensive tastes. So we have.
We're looking for some just
something to
good
travel.
travel wear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing too expensive, of course. Maybe a gold coin or two.
Okay, I can get a couple of like basic traveling outfits
Sounds dope.
for like 3 or 4 gold coins.
Alright. So,
So
basic.
let's say 3 gold coin. He'll get you some like just basic pants, shirts, drab colors, nothing terribly fancy. Workwear for servants kind of shit. You're not getting any like fancy clothes.
Sounds good.
And you still have your armor and stuff, your junky hell armor.
What about the?
If you want anything fancier, you're going to have to move into the territory of trading stuff, or you might see if maybe you might be able to sell some of your stuff for coin, jink, as you notice the planar people seem to call it.
I do have a filter of love, and from what I've seen of the city, it might be quite valuable. Do you have anything, or how much are you thinking of possibly giving me for that?
I can give you 100 gold for it.
Only 100?
Or
Oh, I feel like I can probably trade at the brothel for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Give it right to the people.
Well, a filter of love in a town like this, maybe I can go as high as 130.
I'm looking more for like 150 possibly.
Roll a persuasion roll, a charisma.
you're a charismatic little guy.
I got 4. That's what
He won't budge off the 130 and says it's not like, the brothel doesn't really, do a lot of sales stuff. You might be able to find an individual customer there who might want to buy it off them and convince them to get more than what I'm offering, but it's not like you're going to be able to go up to the front desk and they'll be like, oh yeah, sure, we'll give you some coin for that. Here, I can at least guarantee you 130 gold, son.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you think we could get me a better sword?
Well, they have a blacksmith. We can
Alright.
just go directly to there. I'm sure it's
Sounds
cheaper.
good. Do you think you guys are looking for a cheap little dingy long sword?
Let's see here. Do y'all have... I know you have magical items. Any chance you have a magic staff or anything?
What kind of magic staff would you be wanting?
I don't know. Let's see here. Staff of Thunderwave or anything like that?
Let's see.
The Pikachu staff.
He has an Arcana Loft. Is there anything you want to like talk to him about?
Oh, Does he know of any way of getting my druidic powers back while also helping him fix his Lycanism?
If you found yourself cut off from your druidic abilities, that's probably because you're not in the proper plane you're attuned to. Since if you're petitioners that are not supposed to be in hell, I mean, having your life restored would work automatically, but that should be a given. It could be just as simple as you just need to attune yourself to the powers of nature on this plane, find some place of natural beauty and meditate a while, or find one of like the turtle druids. The options will be different for you if you're even intending on staying here, though. If you're planning on going to Ribcage, you can probably find other druidic or priestly organizations that make it easier, or just go. There's several places in the Outlands that would be easier to attune to than you would on Hell.
We don't have time.
Yeah, don't even worry about that. But about his Lycanism, do you have anything that might be able to fix that?
Yeah, I'm a fish person.
I got gills.
Yeah. I'd rather be a normal person.
From the looks of him, I'd say you probably just find a priest to do a restoration spell on him. How to fix that?
Oh, nice. You know where I can find one of those?
Well, I mean, there's multiple churches here in town.
Anyone you personally recommend?
Not around here, not for that kind of stuff. I guess of the ones, like the cult of Tiamat would probably be the most amenable. Asmodeus, his priest is going to want stuff. And the vampires will too. They worship Canchelsis, a vampire god.
Well, we might have a few things to trade with them.
Damn vampires.
Thank you so much. And let's see.
He has a staff of charming, a staff of healing, a staff of swarming insects, a staff of the woodlands, and a staff of withering. But they're going to cost more than just what you have in gold.
For the staff of the woodlands, how much is that?
Let's see. There's like not really that much in the way of fixed prices.
Okay, let's trade in our junk gear, get some real gear, and then get the gear out of here.
I don't know, I'm just curious about
The
this.
junk gear is probably not going to be like worth
Anything.
I don't give a shit. They can have it.
Anyway, so like, I need to look up staff of the woodlands, see how rare it is, so I can see what the price range potentially is.
Yeah, boy. Fuego.
Frijoles.
Gonna have to be dealing with a lot of those soon.
Beans.
Yeah.
Probably true.
Good job. You could just roll it right out there.
It's rare. Yeah, it's going to be anywhere from 500 to 5,000 gold worth of items, so you'd have to like
Sell and everything.
trade stuff you probably wouldn't want to trade just for a staff of the woodlands.
Yeah, no. Alright, well, let's see.
Also, like the recharge works at dawn, so once you expend all of it, like you'd have to go to a dimension that actually has a dawn.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
It's always eternal twilight.
Let's go to that blacksmith.
Okay, it's the Hellsmith. It's kind of an oddly Japanese kind of look to the building. There's a lone occupant working at the forge. It's a big, tall, gruff, battle-scarred, dragonborn warrior who also looks like he's a petitioner. Because he's got like a couple of unchained shackles like on his arms, like wristbands kind of thing. He ignores y'all and he's just working at the forge.
We come up to him, we'd like to purchase some of your wares.
He's quiet, still works at the forge.
We've got good money.
He's obviously off on his work.
I said he's a petitioner.
He's just
Anyone
going
there?
Well, is there anyone we can speak to about purchasing some equipment? Or should we just go back to shop?
He keeps.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the shop.
Alright, sounds good.
Let me go back to the
Okay,
shop.
as you're going back to the shop, roll a die 8. Just one of you.
Alright,
Go for it.
3.
Okay, coming down the street, as you're walking down the street, you see a gnoll hunter with 2 witherlings, which are skeletal gnoll undead gnoll skeletons that are flanking him behind him, and he's like a badass gnoll. He's got like a gnoll ranger, basically. You kind of have that in your mind. Hyena guy, but he's all decked out with some shit, and they're just walking down your way.
Let's just pass.
I use hidden step to kind of just like shade into the shadows, so I'm just like nudging you to come on, like quietly get over here.
Alright.
Just because we did do some
Do you want a stealth?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm using hidden steps. So
Alright,
like,
I try and use a stealth. Do a stealth.
His hidden step works automatically, so you need to make a stealth roll.
Alright. +3, baby. Come on. 8.
stumble and slide.
Yep.
Then all stops, looks over at the little like alcove where y'all
Just
are
jump.
hiding because of the noise he made trying to stealth over there. Keeps gawking with his petitioner, with his witherlings. Keeps going down the street.
Alright.
Why'd you pull me aside? Did you get a bad feeling?
Yeah, I don't trust those things. They're kind of creepy. A little
Yeah,
extra
gnolls.
creepy.
Yeah, gnolls are tricky.
Yeah, let's
Be careful about
let's wait for them and like go down the street a little bit more. And let's go back to the shop.
Quick. No, okay, yeah, sounds good.
So that way we can just quickly trade out some stuff to get better.
I just need a sword, man.
Like,
You
yeah,
have a sword.
It's an okay sword.
no breaks in.
Yeah, no, it breaks in like 4 uses. I mean, I need it more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Or a spear. Something. Because then I can use it as a pole arm if I need it.
Go to Yon Equipment chapter.
Yeah.
You want to buy stuff?
Yeah, baby. Give me that long sword.
You got 102 gold. And that's
15
it.
gold. 15 gold for a long sword, man. Give me that long sword.
Alright.
I've got two-handed.
Let's see.
Let's see. His long swords are dope. Short swords. They got scimitars. They got war picks. Well, maybe. Nah, great sword's way too big. Long sword's good enough. That great axe was huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a quarterstaff.
Alright. Yeah, baby.
I'm gonna keep the scimitar and the shield.
And I just ditched the longsword with them. I don't care if they ask for it or not. I just drop it on the table.
How much was a quarterstaff? It's 2 silver piece. So that means I get 8 silver piece back. Alright.
And then the longsword's 15 gold pieces. Thanks, boyo. I hate skeletons. They're so annoying.
Hate Skellington.
Skellings. Skellboys.
More bonesy jonesies.
Yeah, and you never know if they're a girl or a boy either.
I mean, you can tell by the hip, but you have to actually look into it.
But it's hard, you know. It's like, I don't know if I should feel morally wrong about this.
I mean, it's sexist to not hit a woman just because she's a woman.
Yeah, just smash his skull open.
Smash all the skulls. Alright. So, get there. Ask by a quarterstaff.
And then buying a new longsword.
He's getting a new longsword. I'm keeping the scimitar and shield until it breaks.
And the armor.
I remember. I'll just let that last.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
The armor's not that important.
you've thoroughly explored the shop in town. Did I leave the map over there?
Yes.
Okay. As he said, curing his mongrel folk thing would probably take a priest, but if it's not a priestly organization that's friendly to you, that's probably going to require having to jump through some hoops to get them friendly to you.
You want to just go to the temple?
Yeah.
There's also the thing that Barnabas said that there is the power Hecate does live in this town apparently.
Yeah.
At the bath.
Can we ask the shopkeep where the bath's at?
Hecate's bath, it's that funky old archaic building over on the side. The one that I said that looked like had all the ancient Greek architecture.
Oh. Let's
walk over there.
Yeah, let's go to the bath.
Alright, we check it out.
Get there. Smell the fumes.
Go inside and immediately, yeah, it smells like way better. It's the first place you've stepped into since you've been on this in this dimension that doesn't smell like burning tar. Instead, it smells like, like all the various lavenders and soap smells and stuff you'd expect, from like a nice bathing environment.
I want to use.
There's like lots of beautiful petitioner women and servants taking care of various guests. There's you open up. There's a big long opening hall. It's got like a big table covered in various like fruits and foods, and like alcoves all over the place where people are sitting and dining or making out or doing other things. It's a little bit of an erotic environment. Let's see what. Beyond that, there's you see some larger rooms that have big heated pools and people swimming and all that kind of stuff. And there is you notice the petitioners are all kind of archaically dressed. They're wearing stuff like togas and stuff like that. And there is the one male petitioner that you see is this balding, tall, thin, older guy and a toga that's actually really clean, which is like the first time you've seen another petitioner with really clean clothes on. And he'll come up to the both of you and how may I help you? Welcome to the bathhouse of Hecate.
Looking for two things: someone to cure me of this mongralism, and something to get us the math out of hell.
Well, the gate to Berksburg is just right there.
All right.
Wait a minute. You're petitioners.
Yes, sir.
You're not petitioners of Hecate.
No.
What are you doing here?
Well, we've kind of gotten after you.
We've come to ask for help in a few small problems.
Okay, well, give me a moment. Just wait here. He indicates to the table. Feel free to, have something to eat, and I'll be back.
Swag. Okay. I take off. I take off the majority of my armor, maybe my top, and I just go and I start munching.
I smack
shit.
all the food out of his hand before he even tastes it.
Why?
Why would they have food and drink in a place that does not need food or drink?
Oh, they do have regular guests. Like I said, there are human, living clientele there using the bathhouse, but all the people working there are petitioners.
Give me back my.
And you do feel hunger. You just don't get any satisfaction from it.
Yes.
And it tastes kind of flat.
Oh.
So even if you do have a grape, it's the taste is like an echo of what you remember a grape tasting like.
So it's kind of like
It's a little unsatisfying.
Interesting.
It's like when you get the old grape, but it doesn't have that sweetness to it.
No, it's all right.
Oh.
It's like eating a grape in the Matrix.
I use a detect magic to try to just see if there's any certain spells in the air that are for
There's the place resonates with an overwhelming aura of bright blue magic that permeates the whole building. It's kind of hard to tell. There's probably all sorts of magic items and whatnot and people with magic capability, but it's all kind of blurred out by just this glow that seems to just resonate through the entire building, and it's kind of hard to see actually until the spell wears off.
I pull my sending stone to the Grey One's connection to the what are they called? Water cultists.
Okay.
And I ask them.
You can send a 20-word message.
Yep.
What you want to say?
I have arrived in Avernus. I have something you want.
Are you gonna be vague like that?
Or I have
The orb?
the orb.
Come on, man. Where's your inner poet?
Waka waka flocka.
Okay, you used 8 words.
Alright.
I'm in hell, I have the orb.
Find my body.
Who's my?
Find the furbolg body. And his human companion.
The orb's not on our body. No, it's not on your body.
Yeah, 5 words left.
Temple solvers. And... or is it solverness?
The Temple of Savras?
Savras.
At Temple of Savras.
At Temple Savras. Resurrect.
Okay, maybe that will be a little useful. We'll see how that goes.
I know there's also a time dilation, so hopefully it'll happen sooner than later.
Okay. Alright, before you get a message back, the petitioner guy in the toga, the Bath proxy, he returns and he's like, okay, the priestess will come and see you, just follow me.
And
All
follow.
Okay, he takes you back into like a private,
Micah grabs his equipment.
like,
Think so? Yeah, okay.
yeah, you travel further back into the building, past several like large bays that have pulls and stuff, and there's finally this like little room. There's these big, luxurious golden curtains shutting it off, and he holds one of the back and allows you to pass in.
Alright.
Inside this large circular room. In the middle of it's a big circular pool. Sitting on the edge of the pool, with her back turned to you, is what looks to be a human princess with a really like voluptuous, curvy body and like long, flowing, curly black hair. You can only see her from the back. It looks like her skin's painted gold. No, it's not a natural color, but it's like a priest kind of thing. And standing over the pool is a statue, a golden statue of a goddess, similarly like curvy shaped, but instead of a human head, it's got 3 lion heads. And this is the private bath of Hecate, and her priestess is sitting there.
Alright, I want to go speak to the priestess.
Well, hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you?
I need some assistance in curing my mongralism.
This can be taken care of, possibly.
Alright.
What are petitioners like you doing here?
You know what, that's a good question. We didn't read the fine print, so...
We were unjustly put here by some were-ravens that decided to put our
Yeah.
souls in this plane instead of the other.
Yeah. Don't do business with people who are...
Don't buy half-price
who want you to
potions.
sign a contract without reading it.
Don't buy half-price potions.
Yeah. I mean, they're what they
good.
were worth.
They were good potions.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we stopped bickering and we look back at her.
Yeah.
We'd like help with the lichenism. We have a potion we can trade if needed, and...
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff, actually. And
we
then
haven't-
what's your price? Name it.
My price?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mother fish gills flaring.
the cult of Hecate is an old cult, and on the world that Hecate is known on is almost entirely forgotten. We have few petitioners that come anymore. Few people remember. There are still a few here and there, otherwise Hecate would have disappeared by now, but we are in the situation that we are, and you are not from that world. And sending you to that world would not do you very well. You would not be recognized, especially you, because the world of ours has very little in the way of non-human creatures left. If you'd be willing to accept Hecate as your personal goddess,
What does that mean?
that she becomes the goddess you worship,
Okay.
and then take word of her back to your home realm. We have it in our ability to restore your life so that you can resume where you were.
I don't really like being an envoy. Is there anything else we can
You're not have to be an envoy. She's just your personal goddess. It's just the god. Like most people have gods. She's not like asking you for a hardcore favor.
All right, I'm down. What I got? Brand me, tattoo me, necklace.
Submerge yourself in the pool, and you will be reincarnated.
All right, I dive in. Is it a deep pool?
No, it's just like a nice deep hot tub.
All right, I just walk in.
Okay.
Submerge, neck deep.
Oh, hesitate at first.
Both of you will have to commit to this.
Yeah, come on,
before
baby.
it'll work.
Jump in.
It's like a baptism.
I use my perception. I want to like make sure that she is
Something.
speaking truth.
Insight.
Okay.
Roll it, baby.
13.
She seems to be like honest. She's not asking for much. She doesn't want anything in trade. She'll, if you accept her as your personal goddess and spread word of Hecate and like have like a shrine or something, carry a Hecate symbol, pray to her.
But no.
It's just the same as what like praying to any other god. It's like no other.
So if we die, then
You'd be
right.
her petitioners.
But like no free swag. Like no jewelry that we gotta adorn.
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm down.
I would have to pledge my.
Hurry up, furball, jump in. I'm tired of having fish gills.
You can, of course, like,
I fondly remember my time as a youngling in the Firbolg Forest next to all the ponds, and I step in.
Nice.
Alright. So, your lives will be restored. But, you're being reincarnated.
Oh.
So, you're going to have brand new bodies. Like, your original bodies aren't here to be resurrected.
Alright.
Both of you roll a die 12.
Dang, son. That's a die 12 here.
Yeah. Let's go Reed first since he's got the higher initiative.
Die 12.
10.
10? Okay.
Alright. 11.
Alright. When you emerge from the pool, you are no longer a Firbolg. You are now a Triton. And
What?
you are no longer a human. You are now a Githzerai.
A Githzerai? What?
Alright. So, I guess we're going to leave this episode here for the play stuff. So they're going to have some character shit they're going to have to deal with here off the books. So we'll check you out next time for another episode of Reed and Hartmann Go to Hell.